get ready with me for a gala. So today is my friend Nicole's 30th birthday gala. So we're gonna get ready together, and I'm gonna do like a catch up from my London trip and a life update. You know, all that good stuff. So as you may or may not know, I literally saw Beyoncé a second time on August 18th. Absolutely fantastic. However, I was so hurt that she did not sing Drunk in Love in Dubai, All Up in Your Mind, you know, my faves. But spectacular concert, girl. I would never knock you because you're literally the queen. So, you know, she ate that up, I will say, and I was very grateful to see her a second time this year. She was incredible. And Blue was incredible too. Blue was getting there. I was like, girl, not you being a professional performer now. So yeah, she ate that right on up, and I loved it for both of them. Child, I got the curling and forgot I was talking to y'all. But yeah, so saw Beyoncé, which was spectacular. 10 out of 10. If you haven't seen her, please go and see her. Don't be a hater. Go and see Beyonce. Literally. Just don't be a hater. Go and see her. Literally. Like you have all these considerations for someone you never know, like you've never met, but she's good at what she does. Like, you can't even deny that. So go see Beyonce. But after I saw Beyonce, I call myself going to Europe again. So I went, oh my gosh. Oh, this is on the back. I went to London again for Notting Hill Carnival and to hang out with friends. Because I really loved it when I was there in May, and honestly, I've been trying to figure out a way to move over there permanently, but it's taking a touch longer than I thought. Not sure if you guys are aware, but the UK visa system is atrocious. And so, working on getting the visa, but in the meantime, obviously I've been working and I really wanted to go back. So I did. I went back for a few weeks, and honestly I had the time of my life. Like, first of all, Notting Hill Carnival deserves its own vlog. So I don't have videos from the actual carnival, but that's because it was way too late. Like, people were all over the place dancing. I will say it was a little hard to find the music this year. But I had a good time with the group of people I went with. We pre-gamed, and then we took the train there. And my Airbnb was actually in Notting Hill, so I left the area to go hang out, and then came back into the area on the train. Carnival was intense, guys. It was a lot of people, a lot of things going on. As you may have seen on social media, that young lady who was hit with the brick, I believe she was hit at Notting Hill Carnival. So it was just a lot of things happening. There were news reports of a police officer that died helping someone who had, I guess, somehow gotten in front of a train. He helped the person but wasn't able to survive. So that was sad. So like I said, a lot of things going on. Not all good, but not all bad. And I honestly stayed in Europe for I want to say a week and some change. 11 days, I think. I was there. And I had so much fun. I was out there with Bay, and we had a great time. And I don't know when I will be back. I'm nervous about how much about my romantic life and emotions I should share on here, but I'm just gonna go for it, because I guess, I don't know, it's only about 5 people on here anyway. But the guy that I met when I was in London, he is super caring, and I'm excited to see where it goes in the future. I like him a lot. We like each other a lot. This roller doesn't want to stay, but I'm also not perfect at curling my hair, so ciao. But I like him a lot. We have a lot in common, and we're good to each other. And I like that a lot. I feel like in our generation, we struggle a lot with relationships because we're not good to each other. We really everybody is so interested in being nonchalant that nobody's interested in doing right by the other person. And nobody wants to be seen trying. So everybody is just trying to be nonchalant. And that's resulting in a lot of useless relationships and encounters, when we could all just do better by actually saying oh, I like you a lot, and I want to see where this goes, and being honest and upfront. Everybody's doing their best to seem cool, which I hate. And so he and I already have an understanding that we're just trying things out, doing our best. Not only with other people, but with ourselves. And that's why I really like him. We have a really authentic relationship going on right now. So I'm very, very grateful. So I was in London for 11 days with him and with other people traveling. Went to Shakespeare's Globe, went to the Tate Modern, which is a huge museum. I didn't make it all the way through, and I knew I wasn't going to, so that was what it was. But how do I feel about this? I feel like I'm gonna roll this on its own. But yeah, I have football on as well. So had a good time there. And I was so sad to go home. Guys, I was literally crying in the Uber to the airport, crying on the plane. I was literally crying in between sleeping and eating. But I just had such a good time, and I didn't want to go home. I love London, and I do really want to live there. And so it's just once again, another trip where you go and you come home, and all that good stuff. And that normally happens to me, the crying, when I stay somewhere for a long period of time. If I stay somewhere longer than maybe a week, I be crying on the way home because I don't want to go home. Honestly, I just don't want to live in America anymore. I don't want to give up my citizenship, but America is a really ghetto place to live. And even if you get a visa to live somewhere else, you still have to pay your taxes, which is super ghetto. It's basically membership fees. So I'm not super excited about that, but I had a spectacular trip. Saw a lot of things, really got to love nest it up. And then I came home and I came home on Labor Day. So I used Labor Day to rest, and then I had to work. And this week at work was super fucking ghetto. It was super ghetto. I didn't have fun at all. And I got more information on another business that I'm going to try to open up, because I don't know if you guys know, I owned a clothing store for 2 years. Busy Bees Fashion, named after my grandmother who passed this year actually. And so I'm just trying to find another more business ideas that stick, that I'm interested in, and I want to try them out while I'm young. So I got some information on a business that I'm trying to open up soon, hopefully in September, but if not September, then definitely October. I want to have it up by October so I can get my feet wet November, December, and then in the new year, hopefully it'll spring to life and flourish, and I'll make tons and tons of money and one day be able to quit my job and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so London, I was also there researching that. Yeah, so I've had a really, really, really eventful last few weeks. Definitely. My curlies look crazy, but don't judge me because I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I don't know. I might have just curled it just to put it up in a swoop or something. So yeah, that was a lot. So for my get ready with me, I'm trying a new product today. I'm gonna do the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream for intense hydration because I saw it at Sephora. It was only $18, and I've been trying to do better with hydrating my skin underneath my makeup. I haven't been doing great at it, so this is an attempt number 1, we'll call it. But overall, I just wanted to try a new product because I feel like my regular lotion that I use for my face typically isn't enough for under my makeup. So that's what this is what we're trying to do. Also, as I'm recording this, Coco Gauff is playing in the, is that what it's called? Playing in the in the US Open Finals. So if you see me like look away from the camera, I'm looking at the screen because I want her to win really, really badly. She really is a class act. And from what I've seen the last few days, like, she's really hardworking. Not last few days, but like, she's been hardworking since she got in that professional space. So I'm really excited for her, and I want her to win. This doesn't want me to be great. Oh, when I was in London, the man that I was with was like opening everything for me, and now I came back to America and now I'm like so spoiled. And I love that for me, and I love that for him, because that was something that I really liked. Not getting things done for me, but like him doing things for me and being like, why would I allow you to do that when I could do it for you? I was like, you have an excellent point. So, lips, Laneige. Love her. Gummy bear flavor because we love sickly sweet scent here. Got this cream open. It's pretty nice consistency. Oh, it smells good. I like the light, clean scent it has. Put some one. Everybody in my house like rushed off to do something when I got home from getting my lashes done. Sidebar, this is the first time I've had my lashes done since like I moved home. Since I moved from Orlando to Miami, because all the lash techs here, I don't want to say they're not good, but I just don't trust everybody with my face. Like, I just can't just be like, oh, this girl's cool, let me try her. So I was on TikTok one day and scrolling, you know, being tapped in or whatever, and I saw this girl's TikTok about her lash business, and it was in my area. I was like, oh yes, we're hydrated, honey. So I was like, let me give her a go. And so I went to her Instagram and her TikTok page and just looked at some of her work, and I really liked it. And so I booked her for before my London trip, but she her supplies that she ordered to do lashes was stuck in shipping because of the freaking hurricane that was on the way that I didn't know about. While I was in London, there was a freaking hurricane that came in like to Florida, and I was like, I had no idea. When I saw on the news, like, I literally called my family immediately because I was like, hurricane, hurricizzy. I didn't know homegirl was coming. So my family was good. It kind of turned and went up the never eat sour watermelon west of Florida, so it went up to like the Tampa area. But I was still concerned because I wasn't in the country and didn't have like all the details, but it turned out to be fine. But because of that, her supplies got delayed, so I couldn't get my lashes done by her before my London trip. So I ended up having to do them by myself with clusters. Was I happy about it? No. Did I get the job done? Yes. So then, trusty makeup bag. Let's go ahead and get started because the event starts at 4. No, the event starts at 6 and it is 5 o'clock. So yeah. So now I finally got the opportunity to get my lashes done by her. And so she did a banger job. I asked for a hybrid, however, this is giving volume. And we just had like a really good conversation while she was doing my lashes, like about life and boyfriends and men and stuff. And she's pretty young, like she's 21. So she was just talking to me about different stuff, and I was giving her like, you know, the older sister perspective, like what I would tell my younger sister, which is the truth about whatever it is that she told me. So we had a really good talk, chatted it up, and that was my first appointment, and she came out the gate like absolutely going crazy. So I will be back. I will, you know, there's no doubt in my mind. Actually, I need to go ahead and book my fill for before Carnival, because I like to get all my appointments booked early. But yes, so she did a crazy job, as you can see, crazy good. And now I'm about to do my makeup because I gotta be cute. You never know. My friend is turning 30, so, you know, she might have somebody there for me to, you know, get my life together with. So I went and grabbed my concealers, but I'm actually gonna underpaint first because I just feel like this is a night where that could be beneficial. Already primed, moisturized. So let's see. But yeah. So I wanted to talk more about what I was saying about that guy. I knew him before and we kind of reconnected. So it was fortuitous in that sense, like, and when I said I knew him before, like, I knew him when I was much, much younger, like in middle and high school. And so, it was like interesting for us to meet again under different circumstances and like on purpose contact. Like we kind of spoke on Instagram, like we reconnected through Instagram. And then, from there, we just maintained conversation and communication. And then when I was going to London with my dad, I hit him up and told him I was coming, like, hey, I'm in town if you want to hang out. Because, like, how often is it that you get to hang out with people from America in Europe, from, like, your hometown? So, hung out there. Actually, we went to the club. I got raging drunk and threw up in the street. So, I was quite sure we were going to be friends from that encounter. And then, I don't know, really. Like, it just, communication kept up. He kept up with me. I kept up with him. We talked about a lot of different topics. Like, oh gosh, we've talked about a little bit of everything, I think. And there's still so much more to talk about, which is insane to me. But in doing so, like, I've gotten to know him very well, and he's like really an upstanding guy. Like, really is sweet, considerate, a good person, like a deserving person. And you can say what you want, but I always feel like you shouldn't date every single person who wants to date you. You should date people who like understand and value you. And so I never once doubted, even as friends, that he respected me and valued my input or something that I said. And so, like, from there, everything was just like super organic, which is also what I feel like benefits our situation currently. It was just like super organic from beginning to now. So nothing has felt like fake or weird. And so, like, we're not in a relationship and we're not exclusive, but it's good vibes, and that's what I prefer. I'm not in a rush, but I wouldn't mind. Ooh, child. I think it's falling. Yeah, I'm not in a rush, but I wouldn't mind. And so, you know, we're just taking it day by day. We also live like an entire ocean apart. So there's that. I wish I had a vanity, but I don't. So this is what you guys get. Shake your camera and all. But yeah, so Good vibes, good guy, smart guy. Probably like one of the smartest people that I know. One of the most detailed and like aware people, detail oriented and aware people that I know. And so when I was there in May, we were cool because I was there to see Beyoncé. And then when I came back from seeing Beyoncé, like, it was just different vibes for sure. So then it was kind of like a, ooh, what's going on type of deal. So now it's going on romantic vibes, which is interesting. And so, yeah, now we're romantic. I spent time with him when I was there in May, and I obviously spent a lot of time with him when I was there in August and September, because I was there for 11 days. So like, I was there for 11 days and with him for 11 days. So we encountered a lot. Drunk, you know, frustrated, hungry, sick, hungover, because I did have a hangover while I was there. One day, it was really, really bad. It was so bad, I was sick in the bathroom. And we just got the opportunity to like see each other in a lot of different lights, which I think really like was a great opportunity, one that I couldn't turn down when I had the opportunity to go and do it. So I'm very happy that I went because I got to see him in a different light, in a more expansive light too. So like, I got to see more of him, which I was very pleased about. And then I came home and was crying because, you know, you have all these feelings and they live halfway across the world, and what's gonna happen, I don't know. But honestly, I was crying on the flight, and I've been crying a little bit since I went home, not because of anything good or bad per se, but just like in my feelings about the experience, about how I feel about the experience, about some of the conversations that were had while experiencing each other. Because not only like did I get to experience him, but he got to experience me. As you can see, that obviously makes me nervous. So it was I think a very telling experience for both of us. So now I'm home and, you know, ton of feelings. I basically just have been crying because like it was a lot. I don't know if you've ever you know, some vacations, like, they're super low maintenance and they're not for that distance, and you don't spend all your time together, and they're much shorter. So like 11 days, spending 11 days with someone, that's a lot. And then 11 days nonstop, that's a lot on top of already spending 11 days with someone. So, you know, just a lot of feelings going about, and just thinking, being sad that we're apart, all that stuff. More Charlotte Tilbury setting spray because I ran out of mine by the time I was leaving London. And so, yeah. So it's been a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. Am I absolutely happy I went? Yes. And I think that whether or not we get into a relationship in the future, I'll be happy I went because I got to experience him. One of my biggest things I've been learning, like, in my relationships and in myself, is like, sometimes it's not always about it being forever, but it's about you getting the experience with that person. And so I'm super grateful I got to experience that with him. Got to experience Carnival with him. You know, spending time together. Because that was a really big deal for me. I have been in long distance relationships before. However, like, I'm not looking for it right now. Not looking for a relationship right now, which is so crazy to me that I managed to, like, allow this to happen. But, ironically, before I went to London the first time, I was kind of, like, gauging everything that was happening, going on. And I kind of said this to myself, but I said it out loud. But I said, like, leave room for magic. You know, I had literally just seen the freaking Harry and Meghan doc. And I just said to myself, leave room for magic. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to even be ideal. But it could still be magical and exciting and full of love and joy. Now, are we going to get married? I honestly could not tell you yes or no. Do I think that there's potential? Of course there is. You know me, I don't play about that. But am I going to operate on potential? No. And I think that that is something that a lot of young women also struggle with. Because, like, we like to give people chances based off of potential. And then when it doesn't work out, we're in our feelings. All of that good stuff. Ooh, I need my powder puff. Hold on. Okay, I went to go get some lighting and my pressed powder. But yeah, a lot of us operate off of potential and, you know, hopes and dreams, well wishes, societal pressures, you know, and I just felt like I'm going to stop doing that. And no offense, but I'm telling everybody else to stop doing it too, because we just need to be a little bit more realistic and honest with ourselves, not only about our partners, but about ourselves and what we want. We just definitely need to be more honest. So that's what I'm doing. Trying to take things at face value. Is it always perfect? No. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it interesting? Absolutely. Am I excited? Yes. Do I know what the future holds? No. Am I willing to experiment? Yes. Am I willing to wait forever? No. You know, and once you, like, get your head on right about that kind of stuff, then you're able to move forward and be logical and honest with yourself and other people. You know, he lives halfway across the world, so he already met my dad, but he kind of met my dad in, like, a friendship setting. So, you know, don't know about that, but it's something that adds interest to the topic, and I'm willing to see, you know, where it goes. Now, I wanted to move to London before him. Would moving to London make everything easier? Yes. However, moving to London looks extremely difficult right now. The visa situation is horrible. When I say horrible, I mean horrible. The visa situation is atrocious. You need a sponsor for a work visa, an entrepreneurship visa. There's mobility schemes for people who are from, like, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia, but nothing for Americans. They're altering the visas now, so if you are there on a student visa, you can't go straight in you can't, like, turn around and be on a work visa, which that freaking sucks because you're already there and established, so why not? And then what else? They're raising the prices of visas. Like, it's a lot of unnecessary difficulty, I feel. And then on top of that, still having to pay US taxes. The VAT tax is pretty much included into everything for the UK. So your taxes are included in everything you pay already, and then you still have to pay US taxes. So if you make over a certain amount, which I don't know if I will or won't, but I make over that amount now just working for a US company. But also, things about the UK, moving to the UK that people don't tell you. One, the pays are lower, but the quality of life, in my opinion, is better. The food has less preservatives. They have, the transit systems for buses, trains. It's easy to travel throughout Europe due to like trains and locality. Easy to travel to Africa. Also cheaper to travel around Europe. What else? It's not cheaper. The dollar is worth like 0.8 British pounds, so the dollar is weaker than the British pound. Wow, this base is really good. This base is spectacular. Hold on now. Let's see. She's giving. Anyway, yeah, all that. And then people are like, oh, they're rude in Great Britain. No, they are kind. They don't necessarily have to be nice. It's an English-speaking country. Don't get, shocked or confused. But they have a lot of different types of people that live there. Yeah, I personally feel like it's a pretty great place. I would love to live there, but let's see how long that takes. I was thinking about maybe changing fields, but I make a lot of money in my current field, so not quite sure about that. If that's like the answer, maybe I just need to try harder in the job market, which could be useful, trying harder to get a job. And then what else about the UK? I just love it there. I think that it's one thing to like a place and hear about it, on the news or through TikTok, social media. But it's another thing to be there and be walking, taking the train, going out and going back in, hanging out, meeting people, making friends, and that's what makes you ingrained, starting to build your community. And so because I started doing that the last time I was there, it just feels easier and easier every time I get there and I start getting ingrained and stuff. And so we shall see, honey, because I really would love to move there with or without the man. So with or without the man, I would love to move there. So hopefully me and the king can figure something out. Because I do want to get over there. I want to get over there soon while I'm young. And don't have no man or no babies. Nobody crying and chasing after me. Who? I don't know, girl. I don't know. Let me try this. Child. It's 5:23. My girl stuff started at 6. I'm gonna leave here in a few minutes if I can. I gotta get my dress on. My dress. Kobe's mad at me, but I took him for a walk earlier, so he just had to get over it. Let me dry this down. Also, press some powder into my face. But yeah, London was great. Had a spectacular time. We'll be returning. Hopefully next year. But I do for sure want to start traveling more into Eastern Europe. Croatia is giving me eyes, so I don't know. one thing that I have learned and am learning about relationships is that, you know, is you gotta do your best. Like I said, that whole nonchalance thing earlier, that's really getting people. And so I don't want that for myself. I want an actual life and relationship for myself. And so because of that, I'm gonna try. And if I fail, that's fine, but I'd rather like try and fail than not try and still fail and feel like I didn't even try. That would be useless to me. That's my thing. I hate like not even trying at all. So that's why I always feel like, let me try, do my best, and then whatever happens is what happens. Because there's nothing like not trying and being like, I could have done way better if I had actually tried. So, shout out to NARS for Orgasm X. Yeah, she's cute. Since my lashes are fresh, I don't really feel the need to put anything on my face. Like put anything on my eyes. Because my lashes are done fresh and I don't want to play around with that. My mom just got home with wings and I like have to leave. So I'm kind of sad about that, but at this point, it is what it is. Flip that off. And I finally got a powder bronzer because I was like, I feel like I need something to warm up my look. So, gonna try that. Let me get it. Okay, I got it. But after my last relationship, I went through, look at this color. So beautiful. But I went through this phase where I felt like, oh, I shouldn't like try to date or, you know, try in relationships and stuff. Like, I really just wanted to be cool. And I realized that that means nothing to anyone, and trying to be cool, I'm gonna mess around and be a cool 80-year-old with no family or anybody to take care of them. Not that I would require my children to take care of me, but like that seems like the outcome for people who don't respect their family, respect the people that they're in relationships with, and don't care. That's the trend. So I decided we won't be participating in that. Nobody being the cool girl if you're the cool lonely girl. So that's the tea on that. And I decided like I'm gonna make a conscious effort for people I'm interested in, and do my best to be real and authentic with them. So that's what I'm doing now. Like I said, do I know if it's gonna be perfect or work out absolutely the way I would want it to? No. But am I interested in trying? Yes. And so I will be trying. So if you see me trying, say good job, girl. Support me, because I'm ready to. Ooh, child. I'm over it at this point. It's my flash in here. So the thing starts at 6. It's like 15 minutes away. And it's 5:30 right now. 5:31. So I think my makeup is done. Let me check in my big mirror. Okay. Ooh, she's cute. Ooh. Final look. Oh, this color is everything. Floor length gown, check. Hair and makeup, check. Mwah. Bye. Final look.